Welcome to the Redbuddies podcast. You're joined
Zarir really has his phone.
Dude,
this is the perfect setup. No one will notice. All the people watching that are League fans, they will know the stress that I'm feeling right now.
Okay, dude, shut the hell up.
There's no way we have that many League fans watching.
Dude, I'm telling you, at least 50% of our viewers watch League.
We probably have a lot of League fans.
Yeah, we got the complete Brown stereotype.
Yeah. But anyways, we're open for business. We're here.
Ratchet open sign.
And it's not much, but it's honest work, right? So we're just putting whatever we got. We don't got a whole lot. We got a painting and open sign.
Should we introduce ourselves, or is that not a thing anymore?
Bro, this is like the 7th episode. Who are we introducing ourselves to?
Yeah. Also, like, we've lost all our viewers anyway. No one's watching this anymore. Yeah, we had like 200,
Dude, yeah, first we were pretty good.
250, yeah, but that's because we had the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the original release, people were wild enough.
The first episode, like almost 300 now.
Yeah. And now what we got? Actually, our last one that we just released had like 110, 100 something.
Which one? The awesome one?
The awesome one.
Oh, yeah, that's because you reposted and then.
Yeah, if you're a guest and you come on here, you should probably repost it.
Yeah. At Umair.
Yeah, what the hell,
if you're
man?
freaking watching this.
Bro, he's just so busy, man.
Yeah. Post it on your LinkedIn. You think like.
I mean, can we talk about that now? Now since Umair's in here. Is LinkedIn really that useful in connecting?
Yes, it is. You freaking idiot.
Dude, I get requests all the time from random people just saying we got a job.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's not.
I mean, you yourself have to use it the right way. Not the people reaching out to you.
And the posts on it are extremely. I have to use a proper word here so I don't get canceled, but it's just stupid. Like, a lot of the posts there, they don't understand that most people posting on LinkedIn are generally accomplished people, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, the things that they're saying it to the wrong audience. I feel no one's who's using LinkedIn is struggling to make ends meet. Generally, I am really generalizing here, but most people who use LinkedIn are either young upstart people who want to find a job, connect with the right people, or established people in their industry, just trying to flex.
I mean,
what do those posts say?
It's really stupid. It's just today marks the 12th thing of me becoming the engineer of this thing majiggy. I started from almost nothing, and their definition of nothing is very subjective. But
yeah, if you ask anyone, they'll say they started from almost nothing.
Exactly, right?
Every single person started from almost nothing. It's what happened to your upbringing? What? You can't have started just because you started with less than someone else doesn't mean you started with nothing.
Exactly.
Just because you literally didn't get birthed with a freaking degree in your hand doesn't mean that you started with nothing. You still started with something. You worked up to it.
Which is a shame because some of the posts are actually really, really inspiring. Some of them. There's some rare ones where it's just I'm assuming everything they say is true, but they're he grew up in a shitty community and then he worked hard through high school, got a degree and all that first in college. Those are inspiring. But some of the other ones are just I toughed it out through the freaking Yale system by going with a full scholarship. I toughed it out through Yale, blah blah blah, while living in Los Angeles and all this stuff. It was hard for me, and I'm bro, what? The first problem is. I'm gonna go on tangent here, but I was watching a Shark Tank episode the other day, right? And there were these two women on there, and they're we owe everything to our dad because our dad tried really hard, came from another country, and he came to freaking Los Angeles and worked two jobs for 7 days a week, blah blah blah. And I'm that's your number one mistake. What if you're struggling to make ends meet? You should not be living in the most expensive city in the world.
Maybe it was different. Maybe it was different at the time. Maybe because right now you can't. Right now you live in LA. You're paying a lot of freaking rent.
Exactly, but I don't think there's some. I think people should just. I don't know if a lot of stuff that I know is just not common knowledge, but I feel there's a lot of common knowledge things that people who struggle should know that would make their lives easier.
Dude, you know those posts that are sorry to totally sidetrack, but you know when people make it, and they're yeah, my freaking high school teacher told me I couldn't do it. God. And then look, now I did it. Imagine you're just a teacher and just in passing, you're just
who the hell is this guy?
Imagine in passing you just say something, right?
Yeah.
And then that kid is just harvesting that in his freaking head and letting it get bigger and bigger and bigger and obsessing over that little sentence you freaking said for 8 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
And then they're always like, I went back to that teacher, and I'm like, oh, look now, I did it.
But that's a double-edged sword. Is that a problem for the students who harvest that and keep with them for years, or is it a problem like on how influential the teachers are?
At least it motivated them.
Yeah, it motivated them, but it's like, why you gotta be so obsessed with what one person thought about you?
They probably wanted to use that, like, oh yeah, that's my motivation now.
True. I mean, hey, like,
some people just always hear things the wrong way.
I don't know. Motivation is like a weird thing. Like, all right, you are motivated to get revenge on this person who said one thing in passing to you. Why do you care so much what people think? Like, why is that like weighing so heavy on your head? Like, get a friggin' grip of yourself.
I mean, should it be commended the fact that they actually managed to do it?
Yeah, I mean,
good job.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, it's just
like you like overcame like 1,000 people who were like doubting you.
Yeah.
Like had some like crippling injury or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, like obviously people are gonna doubt you can do something.
Yeah. Also, like I hear people that are like my guidance counselor told me I shouldn't go to college, and now look, I'm a college grad.
I've actually heard some stories like that.
Oh, I thought your guidance counselor.
No.
I was like, what?
Look at him now.
Look at me now. We got pop filters, son. We got pop filters.
Shout out to that one guy who told
son.
us to like put our audio down and everything.
We got pop filters in a half working open.
Yeah. Look at me now.
Oh my god.
By the way, if you haven't noticed, we got pop filters.
Yeah, they're working. Blah blah blah. blah.
I don't
pop.
even know if they're making.
Who watched Community? Anyone watch Community?
Nope.
I watched it a while ago.
Remember the dude who always used to go pop pop?
No.
Dude, he was iconic. He had one line that was to say pop pop.
I didn't watch the full like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I finished the first 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, that's stupid. But anyway, Community is a good show. I feel like not enough people watch it.
It's on Netflix now.
It's on Netflix now, and it got really popular. And I'm gonna be shameful and say I did see it for the first time on Netflix, but like I regret not seeing it earlier. It's really, really good.
You know what I wonder? What makes the show Friends so good? Why do people want to rewatch that show so much? Why is it so popular? What's the appeal of that?
I think it's just a nostalgia. Like,
I mean,
Friends is a good show.
No, but dude, people like our age will watch it. Like,
yeah, so
they definitely weren't watching that like before.
I mean, it's a good show.
I mean, I never watched it. I just want to know.
I didn't watch it.
What makes it so popular?
I think it's it's the same reason I think people watch The Office. Like, The Office is a bit more modern, right? So you don't have to deal with like the fuzzy like non HD stuff from the Friends and things. But the thing that both shows have in common are like they represent a group of people having a good time together in a common place, right? So like The Office is in the office, and the Friends are like those group of people that are living together. And I think people want to emulate that in their lives, but they can't a lot of the times. So their next best thing is to just watch a show that lets them live the life they want to live. But the problem I think that creates is that it's a very idealistic and drama-filled life, which isn't what real life should be.
Of course,
right?
television.
Like, isn't it on that show, like the guy, like when he was getting married, he said like the wrong name or some crap?
He said the wrong name.
I might be making this up.
Wait, in a show or
in Friends? Like stuff like that. They just do stupid things like that.
I don't know, man.
We were on the break and like all those iconic scenes. Stuff like that doesn't normally happen, but people just like watching it.
Yeah. Yo, I hate to be this like, this like gatekeeper guy that's like, oh, like, like everyone that watches this show is like this type of person, and you're only like a real person if you watch this and that type of show. Like, I hate to be like that.
I do that.
But everyone that obsesses over Friends. I think we were talking about this on another episode. It's not I heard this somewhere. It's not a personality trait to be an Office fan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone freaking likes The Office.
I also just can't rewatch The Office like that. For me, like, sometimes rewatching shows just feels so slow.
I can rewatch episodes.
What's the show that you would rewatch no matter what? I have one in mind right now.
One show that I'd rewatch. Psych was a good show.
I heard of that.
I could rewatch multiple episodes of that. Because it was like always entertaining.
Which is Psych?
Psych is like, it's a detective like comedy show.
Is that modern or an old one?
It's It was from like.
I'm thinking of the guy who's obsessive and like washes his hands all the time.
No, that's Monk.
No, wait. Oh yeah.
That's Monk.
Monk was the friggin' autistic guy.
I'd rewatch Monk.
Sorry, I don't know if I should say friggin' autistic.
I mean, that's
friggin' autistic.
No, but I think he had OCD or something. There's something wrong.
No, he did. No, he's like autistic. I'm pretty sure. I'm just
saying that was part of his thing in the show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know if I should be on podcast and go friggin' autistic. Like,
yeah,
he's just an autistic guy.
No, but yeah, I heard like is Suits also following that Suits.
Suits is more or less comedic, right?
Okay, hold on.
I don't think it's as comedic as.
Why are you laughing?
You know the saying "follow suit." So I just said the suits follow suit.
Nice.
Get it? It's a play on words.
I don't know the follow suits saying.
Dude,
follow
suit.
Zarir, can I ask you something?
No, I want. Oh, fine.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I wanted to say that I could watch Mad Men. Repeat, no matter.
I don't know if I could watch Mad Men. Okay, Mad Men.
It wasn't a plot because the only reason you could never watch a show again is because the plot is overbearing. Like so overbearing that nothing else matters.
Yes. Yeah.
But for Mad Men, the characters, dude, if I could watch Don Draper forever. Just for...
Yeah, dude.
Could you watch Don Draper? Like,
yo,
the
man.
actor?
Yo, listen, I ain't...
No, Don Draper the character.
Yo, listen, I ain't gay or nothing.
Same. I know exactly
what you're saying.
But I get pretty freaking close with Don
like,
Draper.
Don
like
Draper...
You're watching for different reasons.
Son.
No, but that's a problem, too. Don Draper is objectively a bad man. The man, like, cheats on every single...
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say the problem is he's too hot for me.
No, he's objectively a bad man. But, like, I can't tell if it's the storytelling or the acting... or something, but like, you just like him.
Man, he's just so freaking like
charismatic.
You know, like you know when I make that face, like he's just so like. He just kind of like he just like owns everything around him, and even if he's bad, he still owns everything around him.
He's like
owns everything he does.
Yeah, like he's like basically the mafia boss, but with less like physical violence, and more charisma.
He's just a chat.
Yeah, he like he just seems like he is. That's a great way to put it. A mafia boss who is in the marketing industry and applies the same principles that a mafia boss would to the freaking marketing industry. And the thing is, he's a bad man. He cheats on his wife a lot.
Also, let me pause.
Yeah, that's just right.
Yeah. Right. No, but yeah, as you're saying, he cheats.
Imagine I leave one of those in there by accident. Imagine like I'm just editing and I like.
That'd be kind of funny leaving
there. Like for anyone who's like, I'm assuming that we've edited that part out. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, in order to, like when we make like these markers to edit, I'll like yell and I'll clap 3 times. So like imagine you're just watching the podcast and I just randomly do that.
Yeah, I wonder if my voice even gonna come out like clear on this because I'm like distance from the mic. I don't know.
Well,
I was just wondering. I was like distance from this.
What is your volume? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's your volume?
My volume's like max.
Alright, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah, Don Draper. Oh yeah, so he's like objectively bad man. He cheats on his wife a lot. And
not just wives.
Wives.
He has multiple.
No, not even cheats on his wives. He cheats on his side hoes and everything.
He just cheats. He just
serial cheater.
He's just a serial cheater. But it's weird, man. Like, okay, like I will say, and this is like messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the show.
It's the show.
Makes it seem
exactly
like when he cheats, it's just part of his.
It's justified.
Part of his badass character.
Yeah, no. Every time he cheats, he does it for a reason. So when I'm only gonna talk about the beginning because you learned that he cheats like in the very first episode, right?
Yeah.
But like. When he cheats on
Betty...
in
case you thought it was a spoiler, that's like the whole friggin' show.
Literally like episode 1, you see him like banging a dude and then going home to his...
Wait, what?
banging a woman! Banging a woman and going back home to his wife and kids. So yeah, it's like you see from the very first episode. But even in that episode, it was because Betty was just being annoying. Like
just see like when you're watching the show. Like, you don't really hate him, but when you say this, like, afterwards...
It sounds pretty...
It's like, really bad. It's like, this dude just cheated on his wife because she was being annoying him.
What'd she do to annoy him?
Like, in the show, I don't even...
Dude, but then Betty's character as a whole, I hated it towards the end.
I hated Betty, man.
It's because we're both Don Draper fans, and she was, first of all, the number one enemy...
Well, we can't do any spoilers on the show.
I know, so I have to be very careful here, but, like, she was first... Don Draper's wife, which is basically an oxymoron because Don Draper needs to bang every single woman out there. So that's why we hated him in the beginning. And then later on, like like the stuff she did, like it was just, oh my god, I hated her character as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, so did I. I talked to you about that. I freaking hated it.
Damn, she was so annoying.
But we
need to have a Mad Men episode. We just
don't
talk.
want to give any spoilers.
I'm gonna not be there for that.
This is how I feel when you guys talk about
I mean, he watched the first episode with me. Actually.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
You weren't entranced?
I mean, I was watching other stuff.
Because on IMDb, the first episode is like, I think in the top 10 episodes of the entire series. The first episode hooks you in hard. Like, when I saw it, I was just entranced. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good show, really good first episode. I tried getting Ahmed to watch it. It's just, so for anyone, okay, to our audience, there are some naughty parts.
Yeah.
And as Muslims, we should skip the naughty parts.
Says the man who's watched The Sopranos, but yeah.
Yeah, well, but same thing goes for The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But it's a great show. It kind of is like a book that you would read in high school.
Exactly.
That you would go into like deep analysis of, but it's just a show, and it's really good. And each episode could be. I remember like in high school one time, before I ever thought of watching this must have been 4 years ago, or 3-4 years ago. We watched an episode of Mad Men, and you could do a full analysis of just that episode.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is great.
The thing is, this is how I describe it to people. I try to get some of my friends to watch it, but they didn't. So the problem is, if you're going to watch this episode, there's little to no flashiness. There's no shooting. There's no freaking drug wars or anything like that. Like, the stuff that modern shows thrive on, like the CIA going to bust in doors to get this criminal, none of that. You're not going to get any of it, so don't expect it. Don't watch it if that's what you want.
Yeah, it's not like super entertaining either. It's
no, that I would beg to differ. It is entertaining, but it's entertaining in the fact that you watch people like develop right in front of you. So, like, for example, there's a character named Pete. Like, I won't say what he does by the end, but in the his transformation was just out of this world. Over how many seasons is Mad Men? 5, 8, 6? Over however many seasons. Like, 7. However many seasons, he just goes from like someone that you want to like kill on the first episode to like.
Yeah, who's that freaking fat dude?
Oh, I hated him too.
What is his name?
I forgot. Will? No, not Will. Oh, no. Bill?
No. No. You're thinking about Will.
I'm thinking about the dude who pissed his pants.
No, you hated him?
I hated him.
I love that guy.
I hated him. Who's friends with Peggy,
my favorite part was when he pissed his pants.
Dude, that guy was just weird.
He pissed his pants.
Dude, yeah. Also, okay.
Sorry,
so going back to the show, it's nothing. You're
not really a spoiler. What are you gonna do? Like, he pissed his pants. Yeah, what are you gonna watch the show?
Also, like, it happens like in the middle of like some random season. You're never gonna remember.
Yeah, we won't tell you the consequences of him pissing his pants, but just know he pissed his pants.
And it was a weird scene for me. But anyway,
it was a cool scene.
The point is, the show thrives.
I was like, damn, son, good form.
Show thrives.
Solid stream.
Good form.
Yeah.
God damn it! Let me finish my sentence here.
Solid stream going down his pants.
How could you say good form?
You don't even see him piss, man. You just see the water dripping down his pants.
How do you say good form? Good.
If anything, it's weird because the situation he does it in is just disgusting.
Well, hey, man, you can't control it sometimes.
All right, whatever. Anyway.
You ever just...
Okay, let me finish this.
Zarir, when's the last time you pissed your pants, dog?
Never, man. Maybe when I was a kid, but like, let me finish my sentence. The thing the show thrives on is the characters, and there's a vast array of them, but the characters are all so either relatable or lovable or just intriguing.
Yeah, like Will, who pisses his pants.
You know when Zarir pees his pants? When he finds out Team TSM's playing.
Dude, don't talk about him.
That's an outsider joke trying to get it on the inside.
Yeah,
it was a good one.
You too. You should watch it, man. But yeah, the characters, the character array is just amazing. You'll meet some characters in the middle, like later on, which are also amazing. But we won't talk about. You know who I'm talking about, but like yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's an amazing show. You should watch it. And I actually saw some interviews with the writer after. So whenever I finish a show, I feel really depressed, and I watch like all the side stuff, like bloopers or like interviews with the actors and stuff like that. You know, just to get a little more before it dies.
Yeah.
I was watching an interview with the writer, and he was a side writer for The Sopranos apparently.
Yeah. He was one of the main writers. Not a side writer. He was one of the main writers.
Oh, I did not. Okay, but I knew he was involved somehow. So essentially, he said that his whole point was try to make each episode like a fully enclosed movie of sorts.
Yeah.
So you could go in not knowing anything and watch it, and it will still make sense, which is true. Like there's no really like continuation.
There still is like the lingering plot line, which is
but
the
it's
entire
like
show, but it's not like super consequential in each episode for you to know the plot before and to expect to try to predict what's gonna happen in the future or whatever, right? It's a really good show.
And not even that, like the soft parts of it too. Like it's set in the 60s, I want to assume, but like it does it so well. Like it has everything: the cars, the sound, the smog from everyone freaking smoking all the time. It does it so damn well.
So Zarir, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And you gotta answer honestly. When's the last time you pissed yourself?
God damn it, man. Dude, I don't remember when I was a kid.
Dude, that's a freaking lie, son.
Have I pissed my pants in front of you or something?
Son. I don't know, maybe.
Do you guys piss your pants when you go to a pool?
I just piss my pants all the time, dog.
You must go to pools often.
I do go to pools a lot.
I don't really go to pools that much.
Zarir's banned from all pools.
So I was going so deep with this Madman topic. And now the time I'm pissing the pants. God damn it, man.
Why would you want that?
Ahmed, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you pissed your pants?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, I wanted you guys to be honest, so that I could be honest about the last time I pissed my pants.
No,
This is
man.
recent.
It definitely
I'm not
is.
gonna say it anymore. Hey, maybe it
Looks
was.
like it's recent.
Maybe it was, son. Anyways,
It's definitely recent.
what else we want to talk about, guys?
Well, see,
what are you watching, Zarir?
See, I was on such a day. I was such on such a nice.
Are you still
train of
going with
thought.
Mad Men?
I could have, but like I was gonna pivot, and now you freaking interjected with this stupid
Go ahead.
pissing your pants. Now I lost my train of thought completely.
No, just.
It's all about League of Legends. I don't know.
Dude, every time Ahmed mentions
Dude,
the
I'm
game,
just watching like Zarir's phone, and Zarir's like eyes are glued.
Alright,
dude,
guys,
every time you mention something, they're losing. So stop mentioning it.
Listen,
I'm
so
mentioning it.
what
League of Legends.
what happened to you guys this week?
I have something actually.
Go.
I don't know if this is supposed to be private, but whatever. I
well,
went camping with the boys.
Oh, okay.
That was nice.
Okay.
It was my first time, so
Okay.
I've never been camping. And I was really scared I was gonna die and get eaten by bears and crap.
Okay.
But it was actually hilarious. There wasn't like any big major story that happened, but it was just like a compilation of really stupid things. So
Okay.
like the way the campsite worked is, I don't know if this is how everything works, but
Did
it's
you
the way.
guys see a bear?
No, we did not see a bear, but we did see
Was there-
freaking dolphin at the beach and shooting stars at night, on the same day.
What, man? I
Dolphins at the beach.
wherever.
Where
You seen
camping?
shooting stars? I've never seen a shooting star before.
I don't know.
Wait,
maybe.
where'd you camp?
So this is the thing. So I was gonna go on tangent, whatever. We camped at like this place, like Belleville State Park, somewhere in South
Where did
Jersey.
you poop?
That was the thing. The bathrooms were unironically really nice.
What?
They were really nice.
Unironically? Ironically. What, man? You gotta be pooping outside, son?
I was prepared.
Camping thing?
I even brought my own toilet paper and everything. But apparently they had a really nice bathroom, so we're chilling there.
Oh! Can't even think about that, man.
No, I was surprised. The only thing was, I don't know if these are all dudes, but like, no one showers, man. Like that's disgusting. Like I was sweaty from the first day and didn't shower. It was the biggest regret of my life.
Wait, how many days was it?
We're
Dude,
there
I just realized camping is probably disgusting.
2 nights, 3 days. It's not that bad. Like when you're doing stuff, it's fun. But if you're not doing anything, you're just sitting there and being dumb. Then it's
Sitting there, friggin' smelling each other.
exactly. But
Like, guys, please, we gotta go do something.
Okay, let me give you the rundown. So we did a lot of stuff. So on Friday we decided to come. This is the irony. The shout out to NUI boys, because this is the thing that happens all the freaking time. I don't know if this happens to your friend groups too, but they're like, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have an early car because we had a reservation to check in at 12. So they're like, you know what? We're gonna have a very early car that's gonna leave at 10, get there at 12, check in on time, set up the tents, and we'll go from there, right? And then we'll have a late car for all the losers. So I'm thinking this isn't gonna happen, but whatever. I wake up at 9. I do whatever, and then I get to the house at 10 to leave, right? We don't freaking leave the place until like 11:30, and we're the early car. So I'm like, when the hell is the late car gonna come? So right there off the bat, we get there super late, and we got hungry too, so we stopped at an IHOP on the way. And I remember Ridwan, he could pick, because the reservation was under his name, he called the dudes. And at this point, it was like 1:30 or something, right? And he called, and our reservation was at 12. He called the dudes and was like, oh yeah, does something happen if we're late? We might be late. And we're all laughing like, Ridwan, what do you mean we might be late? It's freaking 1:30. We're already late. And he's like, oh yeah, my bad. We're already late. Is there anything we can do? And the woman was like, nah, you're fine, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. So we get there, set up the tents, blah, blah, blah. It's all good and everything. The problem is, no one showers, which is disgusting.
Oh, dude.
Why no one showered the morning before.
Yeah,
I showered the morning, but like it's just once you're.
Did everyone shower that morning of? Please tell me everyone showered.
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
The car was pretty good smelling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who has the worst BO? Nah, I don't know.
I don't think. No, you don't notice like anyone specific. It's just like the collective like. The dude smell.
The collective odor.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we used to. I'm not gonna say his name, but we had a friend. So we used to, in this very freaking living room, we used to wrestle a lot, and one of our friends will remain unnamed. One of our friends who will remain unnamed used to have BO so friggin' bad. So we would do submission grappling. And submission grappling is like you try to get them a hold, you try to get them to tap out.
Oh,
bro, you would have to tap out. This kid would freaking lift his arm, his armpit, dude, instant KO, dog.
Was he aware that he smelled terrible? Did you guys tell him?
Yeah, we freaking told him. We were like, son, this needs to stop. And he's like, all right, tap.
One time, Arshad was rolling with him, and he's like, yo, go take a shower.
Yo. Oh my god, dude. It was like so bad. It was like
does he know who he is?
Yes, he knows who he is.
Dude, there's no way.
And he might be watching this.
Is he improved?
He's watching.
Has he improved? I mean, I got like because I used.
Has he what?
So okay, I used to live with him. That narrows it down.
Damn it, man! You're making it really obvious.
I don't live with him.
I used to live with him. He was exactly 5'7.5". His phone number is 732. He drives a Honda Civic.
His classic line was just squeeze. No context.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, like, yeah, we would be like rolling, and the thing is, like, some of the people didn't know what they were doing, so like they just grab you and hold you really freaking tight. And when this guy did it, you smell the whole freaking. Oh my god.
Is that a strat? You guys watch UFC? Is that a strat to smell?
I wonder.
I guess.
What if they mandate them to take showers?
Like,
is there a strat to be sweaty?
Well, I know Mike Tyson used to work up a sweat every time he.
Yeah, because doesn't that make it harder to grab?
I guess it's a good tactic if you want to like dirty fight someone. Like, don't take a shower. And then
I guess.
Just smell like crap.
Smell like crap. Poke him in the eyes.
I was about to say that.
That probably made me want to knock you out faster. Get out of there. Either that or just lose it.
Yeah. It's like I'm done.
Submission body odor.
What do you think is the worst smelling UFC guy?
Who's
do you think like do you just like look at guys on TV sometimes like that guy might smell?
Oh yeah. There's people like that's like.
Oh yeah, dude. What's his name? Rampage Jackson. He fought. You know who that is?
Yeah.
This is an old UFC fighter.
Yeah.
He fought. I forgot who he fought, but one time he was like, "This guy smelled like a smelly raccoon when I fought." He's like, "Take a shower, man."
Yeah, you think those Russian guys smell good, man? The Dagestani fighters.
That's a hard one to say. I don't know.
It's hard to say, right?
I feel like it's on opposite extremes. Either smell really good or smell
Yeah.
They probably take care of themselves.
Yeah, probably. But then like they're also like they have that like hardcore edge.
Probably when they're in the freaking AKA training center, they smell like.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the training
streets,
center,
yeah.
then you're freaking smelling like doo doo. Well, I'm talking about people that who's that one freaking dude? That guy, the guy with the what's his freaking name? His like mustache went all the way down.
Oh, UFC fighter?
No, he's
Mike
a
Beltran.
Yeah, Mike Beltran. He looks like he smells like.
He's a referee.
He looks like he smells like freaking garbage, son.
How do you just tell?
Because anyone who has like weird facial hair, just smells.
Yeah, anyone who does the middle part probably also smells really bad.
I have a middle part.
That's the whole point.
I smell good.
Shout out to Old Spice.
Yeah, so going. Okay, I'm gonna continue my story.
Wait.
Because there's a lot of points you can interject on and make stop points like that, right? So then the night comes. We have. This is the irony. I'm not gonna call out who it was because I feel like you'd put them on the spot and their parents on the spot. But someone came, right, and they were just like, "Yeah, my parents said I have to be safe." So I'm like, number one, like, dude, you're on a camping trip with like.
My God,
they said,
dude.
I have to be safe.
No. I'll explain. But like, you have to be on a camping trip, blah 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 blah. So I don't know what's happening, but like, maybe they're.
Dude, by the way, here, just real quick to cut you off, I think you're about to say, like, they might have been wearing masks or something. You know, like, right now, it's so weird. Like, I'll be, like, hanging out with people. Dude, recently, I played basketball with someone, and he was wearing a mask. I'm like, this is so freaking weird.
Was I there that day?
Yeah, you might have been. I'm like, you're like rubbing up against me, like grabbing my left butt cheek, but apparently like this is like too unsafe for like or apparently like you need to like wear a mask because that's gonna be where you draw the line. You know, like you're like pressing up against me. Like we're like literally, if there's anything that's gonna transfer corona,
yeah, exactly.
It's one of us defending the other.
I don't know if it's the same person.
Yeah, I think it is. I told him at the time. I was like, dog, you're gonna be like rubbing up.
But he was like, I'm respecting my mom's wish. I was like, respect.
Exactly. That's what I think. I think it's like I think it's just psychological now. Like
what?
People just think you put on a mask and boom, you're protected.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I also hang out with people and they'll have a mask.
It's a safety measure, but once you start closing that distance, you're like.
Isn't the whole point of the mask that if you're not 6 feet apart? No. I thought if you're 6 feet apart, you don't need a mask.
Even if you are 6 feet apart, you still should have a mask on. But still, it's like I mean, okay, am I denying that it's gonna make it a little bit safer? Maybe. Yeah. No. I mean, maybe. But okay, I also hang out with people sometimes and they have a mask on and we're like about to eat. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, we gonna be breathing each other's air in like half a second. You're gonna take it off.
Did you guys see the video where like all those particles like come out? Like
I think
once
I did.
You have like the mask off. Like, it's like huge spray.
No,
I didn't see that. I saw a video on like on local news where they're like, how far does it spread at a diner, right? So like people just sitting there and they had like they use like UV light to show things, and like. It was really weird. Like even with the mask, like somehow it transferred like across 4 or 5 tables and just moved.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like you need a mask regardless, no matter what. Mm-hmm. And like
I think okay. I just think sometimes it's just funny because it doesn't make sense. But,
exactly. Yeah.
But if you look deeper into it, it'll.
Yeah. So going forward, so so they're like, yeah, my parents have to be safe, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, this is a 10, 11 person camping trip. This is not going to work, but whatever, fine. This is the funniest part. So the nighttime comes. We have 2 tents, right? So we set up one tent. It was my first time pitching a tent, but we did it pretty nicely, I think. So we set up the tent. There were 4 or 5 guys there. I was supposed to...
Are you laughing at the same time I'm laughing at? Never mind. Continue.
Dude, I don't think you understand how many times that joke was made.
Okay.
Like, literally everyone was just like, oh, look at me, my tent is pitched or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, what are you, 4? Continue. This is how you know our shit's never gonna camping. Yeah. So we're going from there, and then... So we set up the tents. I was supposed to sleep in the other tent, but like everyone there went to sleep early, and I told myself I was, but like
they relegated you to the freaking outer tent.
No. I decided willingly that I was gonna go there, but I'm like,
Zarir gets his own tent.
No, man, for the brotherhood, everyone's asleep together. But anyway, so we're the nighttime comes. I leave that tent and go to other tents, and there's 7. So the NUI boys, I don't know if you know this, but they're ripped as hell. They're jacked. Okay. So their shoulder width is like 3-4 feet apart when they like sleep like this, right? And it's just 7 of them, side to side to side to side, and then me in the corner. I'm literally on my side like this, shoved in the corner, and I have no space. So we're like, all right, we're not gonna sleep. So we just do stupid stuff, talking back and forth, right? So this is the best part. There's 2 tents. The guy who I mentioned.
Wait, hold up. When you were in the tent, how was the smell in the tent? Was it?
That
like,
was the thing.
terrible?
It smelled disgusting.
Like, was it? Did it smell like DO?
Yeah, this is like 2 a.m. now.
Did it smell like DO?
It shouldn't smell that bad at 2 a.m.
Bro, we're all sweaty as shit. What do you mean?
Did it smell like BO or did it smell like woods?
It smelled like BO. The woods smell fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to smell the woods, but yeah, the BO was terrible because like no one showered and everything. But the best part was the 2 tents were set up right next to each other, and in the middle was a single 1-person tent, and that was that one guy in that tent alone, and we had to talk through like the tents to each other in the middle of the night, and I just found that so hilarious because like it was as if basically our tent cloths were touching, but like the only thing separating us was that thin cloth, and I don't know how effective it was, but like. I found it really funny. So anyway, we're telling stories. We're telling stories back and forth, and he's just shouting from his tent like, "I can't hear you," or whatever. Blah blah blah. 2:30 a.m.
SpongeBob.
We're talking, and I didn't give you the backstory. But basically, the way the campsite is set up is it's all along a road, and they're just like half circles on each side of the road. They have like a 10-foot diameter, and that's your quote unquote campsite, and it's separated by like 2 or 3 trees in between each thing, right? Mm-hmm. So this dude just comes down the road, shines a light into our tent, and the way he talks is the weirdest way ever. He's like, "Hello, fellow campers. My name is Brian, and I would like to inform you that we can all hear you. And I'm just like, who the frick is this dude? And why does he talk like this?
Wait, was he the one guy in that other tent?
No, he was just a random dude.
I thought you guys were like communicating with the random guy in the other tent.
No, he was just like some random dude. I'm like, who the hell is this man? So he shined the light, and it was like 2:30 a.m. and then we had to go to sleep apparently. But yeah, that was the first night, and like it was the worst night of my life. I didn't sleep at all.
The worst night of your life?
Straight up, I don't think I slept at all.
Do you mean sleep-wise?
Sleep-wise, yeah. I don't think I've ever pulled an all-nighter because I wasn't able to sleep, except once.
I've done that once before.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
But, so then the day we pray Fajr, we wake up, I ended up sleeping in someone's car. Like, I was in the passenger seat, kicked the seat all the way back, and just fell asleep there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
That was the vibe, man.
Well, you're freaking cheating at that point.
Dude, F that. They can't. Also, you know what happened on the way there? There was a pasta sauce container, and it just exploded in the trunk, and it went all over one bag, and that was my sleeping bag. So it smelled like body odor and pasta sauce the entire night. It was terrible, and it was wet. I don't know why it was wet for so long. I couldn't tell if it was my sweat or the sauce, but it was disgusting.
Dude, I cannot. I mean, I guess this is not an unpopular opinion, but I cannot freaking stand being anywhere near body odor.
Yeah, no, it's
If
terrible.
it's bad, it's bad. You don't want to be near that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's not an unpopular opinion, but it's just like it is like intolerable. Like I wouldn't be able. Like if I knew going into a camping trip that would be an aspect of the camping trip.
That's gonna be regardless.
I would think about that.
So this is what happens. We pray Fajr. I wake up at like 8.
I'd go sleep on my own. So
yeah, that's what I did, right?
Fine.
But it's hard to sleep in the car because it's hot and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So then I wake up at like 8, and the first thing I do is I literally just wander the campsite for like an hour trying to find some source of water. There's like a lake, but you're not allowed to swim in it because of Corona.
Were you going to try to take a shower?
Yeah, I was trying to find something.
Did
But
you have like soap?
Yeah, I had all the toiletries and everything. I had freaking I will admit this now on the podcast. I am trying out a 6-step skincare routine. And I had all the...
Lumen?
What the hell is that? No. I don't know what that is. But like, I had all the ingredients and I was ready.
Hey man, it's okay. Just
does my skin look nice?
with your chest.
What's the product called?
So okay, well let's take.
I do think your skin looks nice. I don't know if it looks better than before.
I never thought you had acne or something.
No, like before the thing was my skin was really rough, but I think it's much smoother now.
Rough?
Yeah, and it's like a bit shinier from what but my mom could be lying to me. But anyway, so the routine is after hours of research on Reddit. Right, so there's R-size skincare addiction, so that's what I'm trusting.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so what you're supposed to do is wash your face at least twice a day in the morning and before you go to sleep. So the problem I was doing before was I was using a really harsh cleanser because in my opinion, if you can't feel it, it's not working. So I was like scrubbing my face so hard and it was getting red, but I was like, oh, look at it, it's so clean now, right? So apparently that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I got a nice gentle cleanser. I use Cetaphil. Like they have a nice.
I have the same freaking one, Cetaphil.
The facial cleanser, like gentle foaming cleanser.
I've been not using it as much as I should have been.
No, but yeah, I really like it. It's really smooth. So I used that in the morning, and then the big trick apparently, which I don't know how reliable this is because I've never not used it, right?
I'm actually very intrigued.
I can't tell if you're sarcastic.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. So what people normally do is they cleanse, and then after you cleanse, your skin becomes really dry. So moisturize, right?
Yes.
So the thing I use in between, which apparently is really good, is this is the problem though. I've never not used it in between, right? So I can't tell if it helps or not, but I use toner. So
I don't know what the hell.
So it's like a liquid, right? It's like a liquid that what's the word for it? Like balances the pH in your skin.
Yo, that's a scam, brother.
No. I'm telling you right now.
Yo, that's a scam.
I'm telling you right now, every single guy.
By the way, look how multifaceted we are on this podcast. We can truly talk about anything.
Exactly. Well, no, I'm telling you right now that everyone said that the step between a good skincare routine and a great skincare routine is toner. So what it does...
Good and great? So I'm fine with good.
No. So what it does is it balances the pH so you don't have like a lot of breakouts, and also it's like a primer for moisturizer. So when you put on moisturizer, it hydrates your skin better. So you put that on, wait for like 2 minutes, and then
why don't you put on twice the moisturizer?
Feel the burn.
That's not the thing.
Imagine Zarir like shaving. He's like, I'm not feeling it. So
no. So then you put on the toner, and then the main thing in the morning is you got to use sunblock, right? Because if you don't use sunscreen,
well, moisturizer, a lot of moisturizer has
exactly. So I got the CeraVe like SPF moisturizer, whatever, in the morning.
Dude, I'm on that freaking Aveeno, baby.
Yeah, Aveeno's good. Aveeno's good. But I just like CeraVe because I don't know. We had it in our house.
Yeah, you use Aveeno too, right?
CeraVe.
Yeah.
So you put
that on in the morning.
It's like a Russian brand.
I don't know. But it's really good. CeraVe and Cetaphil are really good. But anyway, you put that on, right?
CeraVe.
Whatever. You put.
I don't know, man.
You put that on in the morning. You put that on in the morning, and then you're set for the day, right? So then nighttime. This depends. You got to alternate every other day, or like every 2 days, right? So nighttime, the basic routine would be you do the same gentle cleansing face wash, toner, and moisturizer, right? But it's recommended like 2 or 3 times a week, based on your type of skin, is that you exfoliate. So the exfoliating thing I was using before was, do you guys know the St. Ives apricot scrub?
Yes.
So again, I'm the type of guy who's like, if I can't feel it, it's not working, right?
Yeah.
So apparently what they did
I only used that. I started using that because like my sister had it when I was like younger. I was like, oh, like this feels like it's doing something.
Exactly.
It feels like it's doing something.
Exactly, right? But apparently what they put in it is they crush walnuts.
Yeah.
And put it in it.
Yeah.
That's really bad for your skin. What? You're basically cutting your skin.
I thought that's what I thought. Exfoliant is supposed to physically.
So that's the thing. It's supposed
to rip your skin
but
off.
the thing is,
it's an exfoliant. It's St. Ives.
So exfoliant, for people who don't know, is like you're basically like
removing dead skin.
Right? So there's 2 types. There's the physical, so it has the walnut shells, and the chemical, which is like it just goes deep in and like does it by itself. So our skincare addiction said that you should use the chemical, but again, I like to feel my things, so I was using the apricot scrub. But apparently, the apricot scrub is bad for you because the walnut shells are uneven. So it's just basically just randomly bruising your skin, which is really bad for you. So the settlement is, I went for the middle ground, which I don't know if it's good or bad yet, is I use St. Ives bamboo exfoliant instead. It's like the green one. So like they have like green tea leaves or something in there, but that one's the more fine powder. So it's not like rough and jaggedy like the walnut edges. So you still feel something, but it's not as harsh. So you do that like 2 or 3 days after you cleanse. 2 or 3 days a week after you cleanse, then toner, and then evening moisturizer.
Freaking skincare already makes me feel like a woman, so it's got to be freaking hard, dog.
Exactly. No, that's the thing.
Walnuts freaking bruising my face.
No, the bamboo stuff, you feel it a lot. You feel it a lot. That thing's really good. So then the final step is at night you got to use a really nice moisturizer. Neutrogena Hydrogel is amazing. It's like freaking water. But the water is like, I don't know what, it feels so weird, but like you put it on and then your skin just glows.
Dude, also Neutrogena is such a nice name for a brand.
Exactly, I love it.
Such a great name.
You know what's really? Do you know?
It just feels like you're splashing water.
Do you know that French brand, the La Roche-Posay? You know what I'm talking about? It's like always at the skincare aisle, but like no one uses it. La Roche.
Ferrero Rocher.
It's something like that. Like some companies have just nice names. Like you know exactly they're good. Like Cetaphil, I think is an amazing name.
Cetaphil.
Yeah.
It just sounds really.
It just sounds calming.
Sounds really pharmaceutical, in my opinion.
You know, the classic brand everyone uses when they first start, Clean and Clear. I don't like that name.
Clean and Clear.
Yeah. That isn't. But like Aveeno is just like.
Aveeno.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Aveeno.
Cetaphil,
CeraVe. So like you have to like say like.
It just soothes.
Aveeno.
Exactly.
You like you kind of have this like moan at the end when you say Aveeno. And
the next step is hair care.
Aveeno.
So how often do you guys shampoo your hair?
Once every 2 days.
Yeah, same here.
But it depends if I play a sport or if I wrestle that day, or if I play basketball. I get super sweaty. I'm washing up that night.
That's good. So the problem with me is I have bad hair genetics. I'm putting my dad.
Hair is fine.
Putting my dad on the spot right now.
Hair is fine.
But my dad is balder. He's like pretty old, not pretty old, but he's at an age and he's balding, and like I have terrible hair genetics. So I also have dandruff, which like really bad.
I've heard it's got to do something with your mom's side.
My grandfather is bald, so that's not looking too hot for me.
Okay.
On my mom's side. So anyway, I have to use this thing like Selsun Blue. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to use that like every other day.
I've used Selsun Blue just because it smells good. It was like when I went home, when I went back to my parents. I'm pretty sure like maybe my dad's using it because he's going bald.
It's not balding thing. It's for dandruff.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It smells nice. I like Selsun.
But you know what I figured out the hard way? You know those shampoos that say 2-in-1? The shampoo conditioner, those are all scams.
Yeah.
Never trusted Head and Shoulder. Never trusted 2-in-1s. Have you guys ever put separate conditioner?
Yeah.
It feels so much different. Like those 2-in-1s are pure scams. My hair does not feel as silky unless I put separate conditioner. Yeah. Like those 2-in-1s, I've never seen it work.
Yeah. Wait, so what's Selsun? It's just dandruff?
So Selsun Blue is like it has like the something in it that like makes the dandruff like be moisturized and whatever. Dandruff is basically like flaky skin.
So I know what dandruff is.
Yeah. So you need to put a shampoo that moisturizes your scalp. And then Selsun Blue is like the prime brand everyone knows to use. Yeah.
So Zarir,
And the final thing is
how many
moisturize your
times
body.
have you pooped your pants?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Recall the last time that you did
It was like, it wasn't recent, but it was far past the age it should have been.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds like it was yesterday.
No, it's
what
not.
you just said. I think we were just watching something. We were listening to something. No,
What?
It's not real.
Hold up.
No, we were listening to something where they were talking about pooping their pants.
Oh, CM Punk?
Yeah. No.
What? Someone?
The freaking
Someone we
podcast.
know?
That one podcast.
Don't do no free advertising. Do not mention other podcasts.
They're already big.
They're
Backyard, whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking
When was
about.
the last time
Yeah,
you pooped
the
your
basement
pants?
yard. Me?
Yeah.
I can't recall.
Me neither.
What the hell, man? I was honest, and y'all leave me hanging.
No.
I honestly
I'm kidding.
cannot
I don't remember the last time I pooped.
Dude, this is. Oh my god! I just swiped right. I'm so pissed.
What?
This is what I'm talking about. The freaking security. We were talking about skincare. Do you know what was my Reddit recommended post?
What?
r/skincare addiction, and I'm not even subscribed to it. What the frig? What the frig? That's actually insane.
Have you been Google searching?
I haven't Google searched that in like 3 or 4 weeks at least, and I'm not subscribed to anything.
Yo, you know, real quick on Reddit, I was talking. One of my friends the other day. This was a while ago. He like mentioned something to me, and I really clicked. Everyone on Reddit, there's just this feeling of like, everyone is just a certain type of person.
Incel.
No, but not even.
I think
it's like a different type. Like because they don't like incels on there. No, you know. Okay, so before the stereotype was that people on Reddit are neckbeards. I think there's a new one emerging.
I'm pretty sure it's incels.
It's people. No. But though incels and neckbeards are like the same thing. I'm talking about people that are like soy boys. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, make sure we're recording. By the
Yeah,
way.
we're recording.
Okay. Yeah. No, but
soy boys.
the hell is
like-
a soy boy?
Like they.
Is that your own coin term? Or are you borrowing?
No, it's not my own term.
Okay, okay.
People have said. They're like the really like super skinny dudes who are like
Like
all
soft?
all about female empowerment and stuff like that.
So you think Reddit is liberal?
Yeah, I think they're liberal,
It
but
is liberal.
I'm saying there's liberal people who are not like that, but there's just that certain type.
No,
of
like, it's like the stereotype liberal. Like this is the
Red.
I respect women type of thing.
Yeah.
Crap. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's just all like if you look on Reddit, like every comment is just like all the top comments are like that. And people always say Reddit's a bunch of different people. Yeah, but
Did you
top
see that
comments are
post?
top comments.
I forgot what subreddit it was. I don't know if you heard the story before, but there was a post. I want to say on r/teenagers. I'm not sure. The guy was like, "I'm dying in like 2 or 3 weeks with terminal cancer,
Oh, yeah.
and this is my favorite subreddit. Blah 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 blah. I just want this post to go viral, something like that." And they made it like one of the highest upvoted posts. They threw award. It's apparently allowed to give awards
Was
now.
he
Like,
not dying?
so you're allowed to throw awards now at Reddit.
Yeah.
Right? And those cost actual money. I don't know why the hell people.
The gold.
The gold and silver,
Yeah.
whatever. So they throw the awards at it and stuff, and then at the end, the next day, he's just like, "Oh, psych, guys, I'm not dying. I
Thanks
just
for
like
the
karma,"
awards.
which is like Reddit points.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bruh, what?
So how'd they react?
I mean, I didn't follow up after that. I was just pissed. So I just
Like,
closed it.
how XD could one did?
No, but like that's the type of thing. Like, how authentic are those like I respect women type of posts? Like, are they just karma farming, or do you think the people are actually like that? Like,
No. I'm like you can tell it's just like people being themselves and getting upvoted. Like
is
in the
it?
comments.
I don't think it's being themselves. I think a lot of it's artificial.
I don't know, man. There's also just a lot of like.
Like, there's definitely a Reddit like formula to getting karma. Like, you just need to say like.
Yeah,
Re-
but who
repost.
freaking cares? I don't know why people. Like if you could monetize Reddit, then that makes sense. But it's
Yeah,
just
why do people like Reddit karma so much? I never got that either.
Internet points.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is.
I guess they get a sense of validation from those likes. or
But
whatever.
all these people,
Upvotes.
dude, you guys know r/relationship advice?
Oh, I love that Reddit. It's so Reddit. It's so funny.
But
Anytime,
it's so good because it's so trash.
anytime a man does something wrong, break up with him. He's
Yeah.
all like he's trash. You married for 20 years. F that man. He did something wrong. Break up. Oh, it's so funny.
You're ready to freaking like.
Exactly.
I've been married to this person for 20 years and they
He accidentally took my
and they
phone
did-
without asking or something.
Yeah.
Break up with it. That's so illegal. I'll
they
never
forgot
do
to
that.
refill the toilet paper. This is a sign of an irresponsible adult. You're digging yourself into a hole right now.
Exactly.
Break up with him immediately.
Did they just troll on that subreddit?
No, they're serious, yo. They're serious.
They're serious.
They're so heartfelt and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, I had an abusive ex, which I'm sure the guy did or something. But yeah, I got out, and then like it was really rough. And this fact that he's doing this, this is only a sign. It's gonna get worse. Like those guys do not believe in second chances or everything. And then there are always those comments that are like, "Oh, I would never do that to you. Clearly, that guy has something wrong with you. How could he avoid someone like you?" And I was like, "Shut the hell up. Who are these people?" But it's just hilarious. That subreddit, man. I love that subreddit.
Also, I saw this video on the, you mentioned like second chances. I saw this video the other day. And it's actually a pretty popular video, so maybe a lot of people have seen it. It's titled "Why You Will Marry the Wrong Person," and it's around I forget.
Yeah.
But it's like I remember there was this thing, like it's basically saying like a lot of like human beings at the end of the day are human beings who are not like no one that you end up with, this is me paraphrasing, is going to be like purely good, purely evil. This is anybody, not people you end up with. This is people you are friends with or anything, right? No one's purely good or purely evil. So sometimes we'll like think someone's purely good. We'll see an evil aspect of them.
Exactly.
And be like, okay, this at the end of the day, human beings are human beings. Everyone is like extremely flawed.
Yeah.
Not just flawed, extremely flawed. He asked the audience, he was like, do any of you think you're easy to live with? He was like, do any of you think you're easy to live with?
I think I'm easy to live with.
Okay, well, he said you're all wrong. He said, in case any of you thought you're easy to live with, you're wrong. Because you're probably thinking about the good parts of you.
Yeah.
But when you live with someone, very quickly will the bad parts of you come out. And he's like, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just something that people have to come to terms with.
Yeah.
And on the same note, people are like that, and also things. Okay, so like, I guess this is kind of transitioning into a more serious topic, from a little more serious than when the last time we pooped our pants was.
Damn
but,
it.
It's all gonna circle back somehow. It's all gonna connect.
Yeah, it's all.
He's gonna pull like, let me tell you what I think about working at home.
No, I'm gonna finish this whole. I'm gonna finish this whole thing, and I'm gonna poop my pants live on camera.
Watch the end for that to happen. Actually, don't watch the end. We're gonna sprinkle it in for 5 seconds in a clip.
Yeah,
so you gotta watch the whole thing to find it.
Yeah. At some point in this video, I'll be pooping my pants.
Yeah. So serious topic.
No one give any hints out in the comments either.
We're deleting all comments.
All comments from below.
Dude, I love Bilal. He watches everything and always gives advice. I love him.
Oh yeah, I want to respond to Bilal's comment. He's like, "How do you guys not know who like Azhar Osman?"
Who is that guy?
Bro, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. I don't care who that is.
Well, is he actually famous? I don't know who that is.
Even if he is, who cares?
No, like maybe he's just like one of whatever. Anyways,
that's all I wanted to say.
Oh yeah. Here's what I was going to say. There's so many issues.
Shout out Hasib.
Shout out Hasib. There's a lot of things. I'm not even talking about anything happening like right now. You could apply this to right now. But there's a lot of things that just happen in the world that like people treat super black and white.
Nice choice
and
of
the
words.
thing is, what?
Nothing.
Okay, that's not what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about.
I know you're being general here. I get it.
I'm talking about black and
white. Yeah.
And
wait, you're talking about what? Continue. I thought you were talking about.
No, I'm not talking about the Jacob Blake thing right now. We might talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, it's hard, even when people do the wrong thing, to some degree, as a human being, in order for all of us to operate functionally as human beings, and to want good and to see good and to induce change, we have to understand that the people that do the things that we disagree with usually think they're doing the right thing. And even though they could objectively still be the wrong thing, there's still a large gray area, and most people don't fall on no one falls on black or white, except like freaking Adolf Hitler. Okay, that's someone who is like, you could say is pretty close to pure evil, right?
Yeah.
But most people are not Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Most people are just like one another. Most people, maybe have a different upbringing or whatever, but are doing what at the end of the day they think is right. And even if you think that what they're doing is wrong, not everything that they're doing is necessarily entirely wrong from your perspective or from their perspective.
Yeah, that's like I've never done debate, but I think that's like when I'm like arguing with my friends or stuff, I think that's an important topic to keep in mind. Like it's not when you're trying to convince someone of something, it's not you're trying to convince them that you're right per se, but it's more important to try to convince them that whatever they think is wrong, if that makes sense. Because most people will go off the perception of what they believe. So like you said, most people aren't trying to be evil, quote unquote, because they want to be evil. It's just that the way they see it, the way they're doing it is the right way to do it, right? Because human beings will naturally try to do whatever they think is good. No one tries to do evil unless they're like freaking like crazy, sociopath, psychopath type of thing, right? So it's important if you are trying to, have meaningful conversations or try to, get someone on your side for whatever it may be. It's important to recognize that, and rather than like dismiss their opinion completely, right? It's important to try to recognize it and try to change it to what you want it to get. And I think that's really important because like nowadays you see a lot, like whether it be on social media or the news or whatever, like someone says something that doesn't go with the like mainstream opinion and people are immediately
they
like
get bashed for it.
Exactly, like F that guy, like, and like who knows, he just might not be educated in the right way, but I think it's up to the people who care enough and like the social and the people who are always like, I want to make a change but I don't know how to make a change. Like that's your responsibility right there. Like if you know someone who's close to you and you think he has the wrong opinion and you're right, whether it be on like racial injustice or like voting or like some, not even political, like it can be something as simple as like your damn soccer team, right? But like if you want to make a change, it's up to you to go ahead and like educate that person, right?
Exactly. And it's important that you do it out of a close relationship.
Exactly.
And that's the way, dude. People don't freaking. All right. By the way, I don't know. Did I like cut you off before?
No.
Did you have anything? Okay. Okay, on Instagram, there's a lot of people who say the right things the wrong way.
What do you mean?
There's just
they
this.
come off in the wrong way.
Yeah, they don't say it the right. Like, okay, like for example, like okay, like we know there's like a bunch of like really like ignorant people who out of their ignorance and stupidity are saying all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, right? And now the thing is, there is and that's just one of these issues that people are like, that is like polarizing in a way. And the people who are on the right side, who are like pro Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, what they're saying is objectively right. They're like, yes, Black Lives Matter, saying all lives matter is wrong. But at the end of the day, man, nobody changes when the person that you disagree with is yelling in your face about it. Or is being super aggressive about it. People are human beings, man. Like, people who are Republicans generally find themselves being on the side that we disagree with,
In case you didn't know, we are all Democrats here.
I mean, somewhere on the I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, ignore that part.
I'm talking about people that are like diehard Republicans.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I'm not a diehard Democrat. I'm not a diehard anything.
I don't think anyone of us here are super political.
I'm not super democratic, but I'm just meant like, I'm basically not. This is the problem, which we'll get into. We can get into later, about like the two-party system. But I'm basically communist. Not Republican, and that defaults nowadays to Democrat.
Soviet Union.
Communism is the way. Or socialism is the way.
And anyways, what were we talking about?
Putin is a good leader.
Apparently he's like his like whole like, that image where he's like a big bad man.
Yeah, that's like made
all
up.
Fake.
Yeah.
It's all made up. Yeah. Anyways, not like that he's a bad dude, but that he's like a
tough dude.
That he's a tough.
That shirtless pic of him on the horse. Yeah. That's staged.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was like real.
No,
I'm kidding.
I think a lot of people.
He has his own theme song in Russian.
I think I heard of
They made a song about
Imran Khan has his own theme song, right?
That was like, when he was having
Imran Khan, who's that?
Pakistani. Yeah. Hold on, let me get back to what I was saying.
Okay, so
there's a lot of people who are Trump supporters who we believe are on the wrong side, are all those people, almost half the country maybe, are they inherently bad people? No. No.
Yeah. They're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're human beings. And human beings are open to... Human beings don't respond well to people who are on the other side, like yelling at them and demonizing them. Which is so far all I've seen, by the way.
Yeah.
All I've seen is demonizing.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's all, but it's like way more than majority. Like
95%.
Yeah.
Now, what people are receptive to is, listen, man, I know where you're coming from.
Exactly.
I know where you're coming from. I know that you're not a bad person. I understand that maybe your upbringing, whatever. You know, obviously don't say it even the way I said it right now might even be a little...
Yeah, because you don't want to like, be like...
I understand that you're freaking stupid. I understand you're freaking ignorant. It's not your fault. No, don't say it like that either. At the end of the day, people change not through logic, but through
persuasion, I think.
I was gonna say through genuine human connection, emotional connection, and a bit through logic.
Yeah, you can't just shove it down their throats.
You can't just shove it down their throats.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's I think it's not the logic that's the important part, but like how you. What's the Latin word for it? Starts with an E. Ethos.
Ethos.
Right.
Those pathos.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, like you want to invoke emotion to them in a way that they can relate to. So like but like I want to emphasize that point. Like you're not going to convince anyone of anything by just saying you're stupid.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, you're not going to convince anyone by just saying you're wrong. Let me tell you why.
Dude, and that's not to say that logic is obviously very important, but people don't even make themselves open to logic.
Yeah, logic isn't how you win people over. I mean, like some people over. Like, not everyone's like, okay, I'm just going to accept this logic.
Exactly.
They have to be moved first.
Exactly.
Now, this goes into another thing. I bought this book recently and I never freaking read it. It's called, it's called Never Split the Difference. It's very freaking funny.
You're a wizard.
That's why he's wearing his glasses today.
Yeah.
He's got the middle part and everything.
Harry doesn't have a freaking middle part.
Doesn't he? How does he show off his... Oh, no, he has bangs and he just parts it when he wants to show off his thing. But yeah, continue.
Okay, so there's when you're negotiating, the book was about negotiating. I've never freaking read it. But I like to think of myself as like a solid negotiator sometimes. And sometimes a negotiator is just a salesman. Just someone, right? And we negotiate every freaking day, most breathing moments when we're talking to other people, when we're talking to our parents, when we're talking to whoever. We're negotiating. When we're working with other people on anything, we're negotiating, right?
Yeah.
And negotiation... So, dude, this is a freaking Urshad Vora original. Ready?
Oh, man. Get it done.
Listen.
Clip it.
Write this down. Negotiation... proper negotiation... You're a wizard. Dude. I'm about to say something serious stuff.
I was waiting for you to say something. There's that pause. I was like, okay. And then there's a longer
pause. Yeah, I was like, what the hell are you doing?
I'm thinking. No,
he hasn't come up with it yet. He's about to deliver right now.
Proper negotiation is being disagreeable under the guise of being agreeable. Boom!
Wait, can you repeat that?
Wait, crap. That was really good.
Proper negotiation is being disagreeable under the guise of being agreeable.
There's no way you made that up.
I made that up, son.
I swear right now. There's no way.
I swear to God, I made that up.
That is so good. That's a Don Draper line right there.
I know, son.
Holy moly.
So
go into depth. How do you think?
Okay, so I'll go into this. People, dude, when you're selling people anything, or when you're on the other end and you're trying to negotiate a lower price, when you're so remember, like I remember in previous episodes, like I talked about finessing like your teachers and like dude, if you go up to your freaking teacher and you're like, you should move this date because it's the right thing to do because of this and this reason, she'd be like, get the hell out of my face, son.
Yeah.
But if you go up to her and you show you're just a likable human being, you're someone that if you show her that you're on the same side as her, anything she does is not against her own will. It's because
she wants
on
to
the
do
same
it.
side as
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
And that's all of negotiation. Period. You're showing the person
about. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So your genius line about saying that negotiation.
Okay. Yeah. So people. Oh yeah, I was talking about teachers.
Finessing teachers. Yeah.
I was talking about not even. I don't want to call it finessing because that makes it sound bad, but to some degree, when your people are open to doing things to help people that they know are on the same side as them, right?
Yeah.
And so when you want people to agree with you, rather than proving that their thing is illogical, nobody freaking changes like that. Nobody's moved like that. Rather than telling them they're wrong, just you have to make them know that you're on the same side as them, and any decision they make will not only benefit you, it'll benefit them.
Yeah.
And so I like to relate this back to now this is we're taking a lot of we're going out in scope a little bit. But the Prophet ﷺ, so to any of our non-Muslim viewers, and even to our Muslim viewers, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and prayers be upon him, when he spread his message at first, it did not come with if he there's an ayah in the Quran that says if you were harsh it's something along the lines of if you were harsh, the people would not have followed you. So if you came along with you are wrong, this and this you're doing is wrong, people wouldn't have followed him.
Yeah.
But it was just the immense character that he had, the immense character that he was. People were so drawn to him that that was his form of negotiation with the Arabs.
His character.
His character. It wasn't, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Eventually all that came. But when that came, they were super receptive to it. They were like a sponge, taking it in. They were like a freaking sponge. Stuff I shouldn't say freaking. But
no, because he builds up the reputation. So that's the whole thing, right? Like getting on their side.
Yeah, and now everything that they did, they knew was for their own good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so when you are good to a person, and when you are on their side, and you show that you're on their side, they will soak up what you are selling them like a sponge.
Yeah.
Because you're not freaking attacking them.
Exactly. Because they know that anything you want is genuinely out of their
good
for
their good. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? It's not out of self-interest. It's for interest for the well-being of both people.
Yeah.
And we should apply that to how we are in this political landscape. Are we right in saying some of the things that we say? Absolutely. But there's a way, when you're being overly aggressive on social media, you're not teaching the other side, you're teaching your own side how to be more hateful of the other side.
Yeah. And I think the way the world is right now and the way our nation is right now, that we've come to a point where there's a lot of clash of ideas, and I think most of us will agree that it is necessary for a change.
Yes.
Right? But just like you said, right? So that it was revealed to Prophet that there's an ayah that says if he was harsh, it would not.
And this is that's not an exact. But it was along those lines. If someone could please remind me, perhaps in the comments or something, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing is the change is necessary, right? And I truly believe that one way or another something's gonna change, right? So now, do we want to be on the side that's, as you said, the bad side that's gonna be harsh, screaming in people's faces, dismissing opinions, and just assuming power? Because that's not going to be the right way, and we don't want to make our history going forward to be built on something like that. For example, one of the flaws about how America was built, right? Not by my air quoting, an actual flaw of the way America was built is that they dismissed the slavery option, right? Back in when the Declaration of Independence was written, they're just we'll think about it later. It's not important. We just want to get free, right? I don't want to say it's It's like it's of a magnitude of that sense that something big is happening. People are fed up, and change is going to happen, right? So now, do we want change to happen in the wrong way again and have to deal with the consequences a couple of generations down the line, or do we want to do it the right way by convincing the majority of the people that this is, and getting them on our side and making fundamental change such that when you look back on this in 2 or 3 generations, it's not a time of like sadness or like a time of regret or like a black spot in history, but a time of actual revolution where good ideas were put forth by good people and dispersed in a good way such that people were well receptive and change happened easily.
Yeah, 100%. Right? And the way we do that is by changing how we talk to the other side.
Exactly. Like, I know a lot of our viewers and a lot of people in general are really like I don't want to say adamant, but they're really like involved. They really want to get involved, and they take this stuff very seriously. And my only piece of advice is what no matter what you guys do, just make sure you do it in the right way, and like hopefully, inshallah, all this will work out in the future. Yeah.
Just
don't be dumb. Like, I think people know when they're being dumb and when they like, I'm a hot-headed person. My emotions get a hold of me a lot. Like, even when we argue, I scream at you a lot, right? So, like, I know that. I recognize that. Like, I know that I'm being dumb then and there. But if you're doing something serious and you want to convince people, just don't be dumb. Just do the right thing the right way. And, like, sooner, and if you're right, like, if your position is right, then I think the truth will prevail at the end. It might take some time, but it definitely will prevail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And most people want to do the right thing.
Exactly.
So, like, like I said, most people, like, first of all, they think they're doing the right thing, but they also, like, if they're doing the wrong thing, like, they don't want to keep doing the wrong thing, but they're not going to be receptive to that.
Yeah.
Unless you do it in a specific way. But yeah, so Zarir, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you pooped?
Damn it. I can't remember. It's been so long.
This is it. Ready?
Well,
I'm gonna put my pants now.
Oh man.
No, not yet.
Gotta keep them on view. We're not done. Yeah.
I was like, entice someone.
What?
I was like, who's that guy entice?
Honestly, I'd watch a podcast for someone just. If I listen, as long as I didn't see the actual.
Yeah.
Anyways,
people should do that more often. You know how people say keep watching to the end of the video?
People should crap their pants?
No. You know how the classic clickbait is
I
like...
thought you meant people should crap
no, they'll like put an interesting thing and then they'll like
Yeah.
cliffhanger you so you can watch the full video.
Yeah. They just need to sprinkle it in the middle somewhere. Like
Yeah.
people then actually just have to like.
We should do that. You know, we listen to our fans, by the way. You know, these pop filters, guy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and the -12 dB too. Hopefully we're not too. Are we too?
Did
low?
we do -12 dB?
I did -12.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But like that's because when we laugh a lot, like it becomes really loud.
It becomes sharper, right?
Yeah, but like the -12 makes it really good.
Also, someone told me to put that open sign.
Who told you?
I think it was Hamza.
Hamza?
Yeah.
No, but like if you have fans that want to like get us a better sign, we'll definitely put it up.
Yeah.
If we have fans that want to get us some sponsors, that would be awesome.
Dude, not even just sponsors. I want fan art.
I want sponsors.
Oh, fan art?
Dude,
we have 26 freaking viewers, dog.
Screw the fans. I want
Dude,
sponsors,
definitely
bro.
one of our viewers can draw.
Yo, money first.
I'm sure one of our viewers can draw.
Money first.
Bilal, can you like draw us?
Yeah.
Bilal's the only one who's
Bilal, our last viewer. Or Hasib.
Yeah.
What if you guys need drawings?
Yeah.
I feel like Hasib watches 25 minutes through and then Bilal watches the whole.
Yeah. Yo, Bilal, we appreciate you, dog.
Yeah. Facts. Like, yeah. I'm happy that we have at least one viewer.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people have been saying like. By the way, I feel like at this point I'm literally talking to like 2 or 3 people.
Were they saying too long?
What?
The episodes are too long?
No. Oh yeah, they were saying the episodes were too long.
Who said that? Shut your mouth.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, it makes sense. Our episode like 2.5 hours. Like the podcast, I'm not like the Views podcast with David Dobrik and like that.
That's
like,
48 minutes.
Yeah, that's like 40-50 minutes, and they're like the #1 podcast on Spotify. Like,
yeah, but that's also
that's David Dobrik, bro.
I know, but like still, I think 2.5 hours is.
Yeah, but no. Okay, well, also you have the example of
Dude, they're just telling stories for 48 minutes.
Yeah.
You have the example of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but Joe Rogan, I think he's.
Yeah, he covers like a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, not just that.
There's a lot, but most of his views are from clips.
Yeah, clips are like huge.
But I think if we were to get to that level, it would be we need to engage in interesting conversations. Like Joe Rogan is very comprehensive, so like.
How do you tear a ketchup packet?
There's multiple ways.
Really?
Let's think about the
Tell us,
techniques. Why just me? You guys don't know how to tear a ketchup packet?
Hey man, you read a freaking article.
Dude, when's the last time I used
on-
a ketchup packet?
I was on an Instagram post.
Dude, that
I
is
actually
how.
used a ketchup packet recently.
That is how boring life is now. We were thinking about what to talk about
Dude,
today.
You know how interesting it is to talk about ketchup packets? My favorite conversation.
Dude, school starts in 3 days.
Dude,
No
I've
one
mentally,
cares about
I've
school,
already,
bro.
dude, I don't even feel like I'm going to school.
That's actually, yeah, that's true. Dude, it's like in like 2 days, it doesn't feel the same as if I was going like
Yeah.
in person.
Like, I literally don't even, like, my life will just continue.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, school started. Okay.
Especially since like 3 of my classes are like, what's it called? Asynchronous? Is asynchronous the one that's, no, it's synchronous. Whatever it is.
Asynchronous. It's asynchronous. The one that's like you do whenever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have like 3 do it whenever you want. So it just feels so much different than opposed to like being on campus and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a different feel.
Dude, like,
But it's a new normal though.
What?
It's a new normal though. This stuff.
Dude,
I
I
hope
just-
not.
I mean,
hope
like
it's not
no,
new
from like
normal.
last
For
semester, it just
now.
feels like.
Dude, I just hope spring is in person.
Spring. That's. I feel like right now that's wishful thinking.
Dude, don't tell me that.
I'm
Don't
no,
tell-
I mean, I hope it's in person too in the spring. I'm
Spring,
just saying.
inshallah, we'll be in person.
Dude, but
Inshallah.
it all depends on when the vaccine comes out.
Yeah.
Apparently, Russia already had a vaccine, by the way.
Yo, Russia ain't got nothing. Yo, Russia a bunch of freaking liars, dog.
I don't know, man. I
You're
heard
part
this
of that.
vaccine.
You fell into the USSR propaganda.
Dude, do you really believe
You think
USSR is the
communism
only
is
one with
good?
propaganda?
You didn't fall into
You don't think America
propaganda.
has
You
any
know how many
propaganda?
freaking communists?
Dude, propaganda.
communism?
Propaganda is not a political ideology. It's just politics. There's propaganda on all sides. But
Yeah, but you fell for it, son.
Arshad, you think you have a valid
You
chance
fell
of becoming
for
the
it.
rugged individual who becomes a schmillionaire from his hard work and effort, right?
You fell
That's
for-
propaganda right there.
I don't know if our viewers know this, but Zarir failed his citizenship test. He put Putin down as the president.
I have one president, Vladimir Putin.
Oh god. No, I did not. I was born here, so I never had to take the test. Thank God.
Yeah, so were you born here?
Yeah, I was born here. I was
Were you born
in
here?
New Jersey.
Yeah, I was born here.
I was gonna say Hackensack, but I wasn't born in Hackensack.
Yo, can I just say I went to the freaking DMV recently,
Why?
and I just went to DMV.
You just wanted to suffer.
Isn't that place like crowded as hell?
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Dude,
so
it's always crowded as hell.
I had to get some stuff on. But anyways, So anyway,
Actually, you're a hot 21-year-old man, dude.
Alright, anyways.
He did some paperwork.
Yeah, so I go there and I'm like, I go up. First of all, like they give you like numbers when you're waiting online, and my number. So they give you a number when you're waiting outside of the DMV, and then once you're inside the DMV, they give you another number.
What?
So my number outside was like 90, or like it was like 92, and my number inside was like 106.
Okay.
So when I went inside, they kept calling 103, and now everybody at the freaking DMV is rude as hell.
Dude, the DMV is the worst place in our
It's just the worst.
Yeah.
They're all freaking rude as hell, right? And this one lady goes, actually all of them. There's just a whole panel of them going 103, 103, and they're looking at me and they're like, "Are you 103?" I'm like, "Lady, no!" For the 15th time, no. And I have ears too. So you don't gotta keep shouting. 5 of you are shouting at me. I'm literally looking in your direction. Clearly, I hear what you're saying.
I would probably be that idiot that didn't know my number. Like, I'd just forget, and I'd be like, no, it's not my number. And I just...
There was someone like that. So we actually ended up finding 103 later. I'll tell you the rest of that story. But anyways, my number was 106. So anyways, they go through all the numbers. They call 106, right? I go to this one freaking lady, right? Now, the way I described her to someone else was she looked like an enlarged oompa-loompa. She was like 4 feet tall. She had the Karen haircut. And you know when you like enlarge, you just widen images?
Yeah.
You look like an Oompa Loompa and you just widen it. And she still had the freaking nerve to talk the way she did. I was saying like, life
You were telling her this?
should have, no, I was not
Okay.
telling her. Life should have humbled her at this point in her life. The way she looks, the way she is.
It's not even the way she looks. It's mostly the character personality.
I'm saying life should have humbled her so she shouldn't be like that
Like,
anymore.
quick heads up for like 5 minutes to motor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But anyways, so I go up, and she's like, what are you, a student at Rutgers? Or no, she didn't even say it.
How the hell did she know that?
No, she's like, what are you, a student? I'm like, yeah, I'm a student at Rutgers. She's like, where do you go? I'm like, Rutgers. She's like, did I tell you this story?
Yeah, you told me this
story. So I was like, so she was like, okay, you're gonna need your I-20 and your I-84 or something, right?
The hell is an I-80? Okay.
I'm like, ma'am, I don't know what that is. You know, I looked online, I saw what ID I needed, and I didn't see any of that. She's like, you didn't even bring your I-20, your I-84. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, if you're an international student, then you need your I-20 and I-84.
International.
I'm like, man, do you freaking hear me talking? Do I sound like I'm from India? No. I'm like, ma'am, I'm from Jersey, born and raised. For your information,
I'm from North Jersey. I'm tough.
So, anyways, she's like, I need your birth certificate.
Wait, I need you to give like 3 seconds. I just like to declare to the podcast right here, right now, at this moment, that TSM has knocked out C9 out of world contention and has qualified for Worlds. Suck my balls, all the C9 fans. Ateeb, I don't know if you watched this. Frick you. Yes, C9 is now going to Worlds. Screw you guys.
Now you guys know what the TSM thing was.
Now,
League of Legends.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people already knew that. Okay,
I didn't know what that was.
Anyways,
okay.
So this lady asked for my birth certificate.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, you need to prove your identity.
No. I had my passport. I had
Okay.
my other things. I don't need my birth certificate. I don't need my birth certificate. I had my other forms of ID. She asked for my birth certificate because she didn't freaking believe that I was born in America. I got freaking Obama, dude. I got Obama at the DMV. She asked me to produce a birth certificate. I happen to have one on me. So I was like, whatever. I'm just trying to get in, get out. Like, whatever. I would have, if I had more time, if I hadn't literally been waiting online for 5 hours, I would have caused the ruckus there. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But.
So you ended up finding 103.
Worth it.
That's my story.
So 103.
Oh yeah, 103.
103.
Oh, so there was. Alright, so when I came into the DMV, now, by the way, if you don't know, if you're going to the DMV right now, you need to go freaking mad early. I'm talking about 5:30 a.m. type early. That's when I went, and there were already maybe 100 people. I was number, 92 or 90, whatever, 98? I forget. No, I was 99.
Wait, I actually started from 1?
No, I was 99. Yeah, I started from 1.
What?
And I got there at 5:30, right? So just imagine. Anyways, so I walk in. The sun still hasn't risen or anything yet. It's dark. This freaking like old white dude comes in. He looks like an army veteran, just the way he dresses and the way he talks. He just sounds like he has some sort of PTSD. He's just like yelling, like, you know how you can just tell when something.
Yeah.
Like their ears are destroyed because of the freaking shrapnel or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he comes in and he's like, he goes up to me. He's like, "Is this the place for the permit test?"
Who is it? Bernie Sanders?
No, he's just a tall. And I was like, I believe so. And he's like, okay. And he's just yelling this whole time. And his like, I imagine this is his wife. Now I'm convinced this is a freaking mail order bride that he has next to him, right? She's straight from China, doesn't know a word of English, and he's like yelling at her, right?
This is his wife.
And he's like, what? I'm pretty sure it's his wife. He's like yelling at her, and he's
so
like,
they're Asian.
Yeah, what?
They're
No,
Asian.
She's Asian.
The man's white.
He's white.
Okay.
She's Chinese as hell, dog. She gets on the line. She hasn't said a word. And he's like, get on the line, go! And then she's like, but, and she doesn't know how to like say what she's trying to say, but she's basically trying to say like, oh, I don't know where to go. And she's like, and he's like, no, get on the line. He's like yelling at his freaking mail order bride or whatever, right? I don't know. This could just not be the case. But she gets on the line, and I'm like behind her the whole time. So we go in. She's number 98, and I'm like 99, 100, whatever, right?
Yeah.
My number keeps changing. But she was 98. I remember that specifically. So we go in. Now, remember, I told you guys, you get a different number once you're inside.
Oh, no.
Her number was 103. And she's next to me. And now as they're calling 103, she is not budging. Because she thinks her number is 98.
This dude.
So now she's showing me, and now they go around and they ask her, like, are you 103? And even at this point, I'm like when they're calling 103, I look at her. I'm like, are you 103? And this is how freaking mail order bride she was. Ready? She had a phone, and she spoke into it. She spoke Chinese into it. Google Translate and showed me it, and it said my number is 98. Okay.
No way. She actually?
Yeah. And that's how.
How is she with the white dude?
Dude, I don't know how. If that was a relationship, I'm genuinely. I don't know how that works.
Dude. Is the phone just onto the side at the whole time? Just translating as it goes. Okay.
How did that? How does he like get? How does she like nag him?
Just hear everything
like
twice.
Once in Chinese or whatever. Talks to the phone. You need to pick up your stuff. Talks on the phone. You haven't been paying enough attention to me.
Oh God.
You can't wait the same, right?
That would be so hell. I hope he wasn't the wife. Maybe just a friend. But okay.
I mean, that's kind of appealing, right? Just like having a wife that can barely communicate.
No, because you need to hear everything twice, but half the time you wouldn't understand. So she would say like "shewa," whatever, blah blah blah. I'm being racist, my bad. But like, she would say the Chinese language once, and then you would have to hear it again being translated in a monotonic, robotic voice.
And then you could just be like, I don't know what the hell you're saying, lady. Goodbye. I'm going to sleep.
No, man. She just keeps.
She's a mail order bride, son. She ain't going nowhere.
Okay, fine. Bullshit. Yeah.
Anyways. So she has the number 98. She's 103. No, she's 103.
Okay.
And she shows me she's 98. And now they're going around and they're like, they're trying to find 103. And she's like, they're like, are you 103? And she's like, she shows them the thing. She's like, no, I'm 98. They're like, no, she's 98. And they're like, what? We already did 98. And now they're like losing their minds for like 10 minutes trying to figure out who the hell 103 is. And then I realized what was going on. I realized that she was 103.
God damn it.
But I was like, you know what, you rude pieces of crap. I ain't going to tell nobody nothing. And she goes up to the thing and they're like, what's it called? They ask her. So this one lady eventually finds out she's 103. She's like, you're 103, go up. So she goes up and they're like, okay, you're 103, right? And she's like, no, I'm 98.
Did they send her back?
No, and now these two ladies get in a fight. She's like, "Why'd you send me 98? I'm looking for 103." And then the other lady's like, "No, that's 103." And then she's like, "Okay, you're 103, right?" And she's like, "No, I'm 98." So I'm looking at all this unfold in front of my freaking eyes. I know exactly what's happening.
Were you dying in the back?
Well, I should crapped his pants. As it unfolds. He's like, I can't take it.
This is how I respond to stressful situations. Anyways. So, like, you know, they're freaking...
They go back and forth, yeah.
They're going back and forth. And then eventually they find out that the miscommunication is not on their parts, it's on the lady's part. So they're like yelling at her face.
She doesn't know.
And she just has the phone up like that. She's like, I don't know. And she just has her phone up with 98.
In the robot Google Chat's voice, like, I don't know.
No. Like, I don't know. I was just, making a Chinese accent.
God damn it. Okay.
But anyways, yeah, so that was all happening. And then I left, and I don't know what ended up happening. I don't know how long she was there. Probably another freaking hour. And they're like, they're like, did you come here with someone? And she's like, my number is 98.
Where'd the guy go?
Yeah, where the hell
he just freaking left. Now, he's also stupid for just leaving because he has to understand that at the DMV.
I really don't understand the connection.
How did you know that they were together?
Bro, you could just... it's just my hunch that was his...
Bro, it could just be possible this guy was
she could have just been a random immigrant who's trying to get license.
This could be her freaking neighbor.
Dude.
Why are you trying to be a dick, man?
No way.
How can you assume?
Dude,
Did you just assume their relationship status?
He was like, go, I'll pick you up later. That's the kind of thing you say to a mail order bride.
Wait, that's what he said?
He's like, go.
Wait, then he left?
Yeah, he's just yelling the whole time. He's like, go, get out of here.
Man, where'd he go for, how 3 hours?
Well, he didn't want to wait in that line for 5 hours.
True.
And that's just freaking mail order bride. To him, that's not even freaking human being. So
I remember my last DMV experience, straight up, I had to go to Tennessee on a flight, right? And my passport at the time was 6 years old, and now my passport is at least 11 years old. I swear, if everyone... I have, papers, but I do not have a passport that's, within the past decade. So I don't know if
you gotta get that renewed.
I should. I'm really lazy. But anyway, it's, literally from when I'm 5, so I need to go in and be I've grown up. Give me an adult passport. But, Lord knows how that.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
So anyway, we had to go on a flight. And my parents like, you don't have any ID, and I'm like, shit, you're right. I had no ID, no nothing. This is before I had a driver's license, no passport. I had a birth certificate, but like, who the hell is gonna say that? I had no photo ID. I had a freaking fake high school fake thing, but that doesn't count for shit. Like if I show that at the airport, they're just gonna kill me. I'm just like, damn, you're right. So I had a flight that was like, let's say at noon. I got up at 5 a.m. and got a non-license ID. State ID from New Jersey. I got waiting in the DMV and it was like 5 a.m. and there were somehow still 7 bastards in front of me. And I went there at 5 a.m. and I'm like, how are you in front of me?
Oh, I didn't think you had to go at 5 a.m. before. Now you have to go at 5
Dude, no, there were still people there.
You have to go early always.
You always have to go early to DMV, yeah.
Well,
it's
but
probably worse now, but it's still bad then.
No, it's real bad.
Yeah, so I go and get the license, and then I told you to go to Tennessee from New Jersey. Apparently, you don't need any ID on in-country travel, so I wasted my time running for no reason. Yeah.
Dude, if you go in a DMV, time just slows.
No, you don't need
down.
a passport for in-country
passport.
travel. You still need an ID.
No, you don't need an ID.
No, you do.
Bro, I didn't use it. I was right there.
Son.
I'm telling you, you don't.
Son. Alright. Anyways.
You just be like, I'm Zarir Hamza.
We should wrap up.
Yeah, you could go to a DMV to like get stuff done. Like just go in there, do your work, cause time's just slow.
Yeah,
just feel the time.
It's the hyperbolic train.
Exactly. It's the hyperbolic time chamber. Spend 2 years in there, come out, it's still the next day.
I read a book when I was there. I downloaded some episodes of it.
You spent a whole day in there.
Basically.
You got it.
Let's wrap up though. So to whoever's still watching.
Yeah. So on the final note, whoever's still watching.
Shout out Hasid.
Shout out Hasid below.
Be safe. Don't do anything stupid, guys. We're in rough times. Just take care of yourself.
Don't do bad.
Yeah, do good. Do it the right way. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything dumb. And yeah, hopefully the rough times pass and everything.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about a lot of things, but yeah, we're definitely aware.
Yeah.
And then
just
make sure you guys, whatever you guys do end up doing, that your health should be the number one concern, right? And then
nice.
We're gonna end it here a bit.
We're gonna end it with the USSR theme song. Zarir, can you please read it?
I don't know the theme song.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time. See ya.
Who lives in a
Peace out.
Yeah.